everyone, we are Allie and Zach Fiegel with Realty Executives Cooper Spransey. And today we're going to tell you about how to get your offer accepted in a competitive seller's market. Before we go on though, we have a really special tool for you that's going to be super helpful in your home search. So I don't know about you, but our buyers get really sick of searching for homes online on certain websites only to find out that those homes are actually not available. They've already sold or they already have accepted offers. So we want to get you the most accurate information, and the way that you can get that is through our home search app. So click the link below and get access to our app.
So let's start with the definition of a seller's market. A seller's market, simply put, is when demand exceeds supply. So when there are more buyers in the market than there are sellers. So effectively what happens in this case is that houses sell, they start increasing in value.
So these tools are going to be ways that you can increase the value of your offer without necessarily increasing the price.
So that's really huge because in essence, it's not always the highest price that the seller is going to accept when reviewing offers. There are many terms in the offers, and there are some things that we can do to make your offer stand out.
Which means you need to get your game face on. So let's talk about 4 ways you can do that.
Situation number 1. We're always going to want to know when the seller prefers to close. So if we can, it's going to be really great if we can match up the timeline with when they want to close. Now, a seller might be closing on a property that they're purchasing, and they're gonna maybe need some time and some flexibility. So one thing that we like to do that can be very beneficial for our buyers is to have a rent back. So what this means is perhaps you're gonna close on a Friday, but you're gonna rent back that property through the weekend to the seller. So the seller will continue to live in that property for maybe a couple of days, and then on Monday you're gonna take occupancy. So why this is helpful for the seller is because they're gonna get the funds for their house on that Friday, and they're gonna be able to close on the house that they're buying right afterwards, but they're not stressed on having to move all their stuff within a matter of hours. So it gives them some time and some flexibility, and it can really go a long way.
Okay, situation number 2. You are ready to write an offer and there are 15 offers on the table that you're competing with. So you would like to write a really strong offer and you want to hit that price, but you don't want to necessarily feel like you're overpaying for the property. So in this case, we would recommend potentially using something called an escalation clause.
What is an escalation clause, Allie?
Glad you asked. Escalation clause is saying that, hey, seller, I will pay, let's say, $250,000 for this property. That's my purchase price. However, I will go X amount, let's say $1,000. I'll go $1,000 over any offer that you get up to $270. Just random numbers. So you'll go a certain amount above whatever other offer that they get that's the highest, up to a certain amount. So it's a way to kind of protect you from overpaying, but still gives you a competitive advantage over the price.
Absolutely. You're essentially creating an eBay type of auction effect. Situation number 3. So since you're likely writing over the asking price, the sellers might be concerned that it's not going to appraise out. An appraisal, simply put, is that the bank is going to want to verify that they agree that the price is worth what the purchase price is. So you're going to need that appraised value to come in at the purchase price or above. If there's a difference, if the appraised value comes in short, then we have a problem. So one thing you could do to make your offer look appealing is to write in the offer that if the appraised value comes in under the purchase price, that you're willing to make up the difference up to a certain dollar amount. So in this case, what we do is recommend at least $5,000, could be $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, whatever you feel comfortable with. But this is gonna give that seller a peace of mind knowing that if there is a difference, that you're willing to make that up.
Situation number 4, you're writing an offer and you really want to be competitive, obviously, but you still want to have that inspection contingency so that, if you're going into a house and buying it, you want to make sure that it's not going to fall down if you're buying it.
Right.
So a way to kind of, like Zach said with the appraisal language, to ease the mind of the sellers that you're not going to ask for little nitpicky items, is to include in your offer some inspection language saying that, hey, seller, if there are certain items that come up on the inspection, I won't ask for any repairs or any credits or anything for those repairs up to a certain dollar amount, $2,000, $3,000, something like that. So it gives you the protection you need by still being able to have an inspection contingency, and if there are really major defects, you could still negotiate those. But it gives the sellers more peace of mind that you aren't going to be nitpicky about little items on the inspection report that you can just take care of after closing.
Okay, so those are 4 things that you can do to increase the value of your offer without increasing the price. So again, in a seller's market, we really need to do what we can to get creative. So if it's a house that you really love, if it's your dream house, or if it's the perfect time for you and you really want to be competitive, these are some great things to do that can bring a lot of value to your offer. Don't forget to click the link in the comments section that's going to give you access to an exclusive app and website that's going to provide you with accurate, up-to-date information that's much better than a lot of the search engines out there.
All right, from the Fiegels at Realty Executives, Cooper Spransey.
Make it a great day!